All right, come on, let's get this cracking.
Can you picture this? Right there, good looking, baby. See why I got another one. I see y'all. Yeah. Can you picture this? You know, rocking with CYPT. Podcast of the D with Clay and the crew. It's like my CTV. They be giving game out so much, you could take the same route. Especially if you take risks, this YouTube view makes sense.
Welcome to yet another edition of the CYPT podcast, the podcast of the strongest, fastest, most powerful print shop this side of the Eastern Seaboard. We get on up there. It's about the 25th episode. We still babies up in here, but we getting to it. And today we have none other than, please introduce yourself.
My name is Mr. Make It Happen, the man, the myth, the legend. I am the CEO of Kingwani Brush.
And you got your co-partner with you.
Kingwani Covington Jr. And I'm one of the owners of Kingwani.
And over here across the table, we got our co-host, which is...
I'm just Niles.
And the man behind it all,
Thanks, Boogie.
your boy Lance. So,
Yes. It's a pleasure to be here, man. I've been doing business with you guys for quite some time. And first and foremost, it's an honor and a privilege to be here. And I also want to just give y'all the flowers that y'all deserve because, like I said, I've been rocking with y'all for a while, doing business with a black-owned business, and that's like one of the treats for me is to do business with a black-owned business.
man, we appreciate that, too.
So it is very, very. I just want to give y'all flowers because y'all been doing the podcast for what 25th. This is the 25th episode.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And y'all do so much for the community. So many people, their loved ones that passed away or their graduations. Y'all provide a great service for the community, man. So y'all need to be commended for real.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, sir.
So you bring something unique to the table, which is hair brushes.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
tell me how you got started in this venture of hair brushes.
Sure. Well, my mother was in the hair care industry in Miami, Florida, where I'm from. She had a beauty and barber supply store and a hair salon in South Florida, Miami to be exact. And always saw her as an entrepreneur growing up. She also had a concert promotion business called Ice Promotions, and she promoted some of the most famous acts ever come to Miami. Mm-hmm. And so I saw that growing up. So I always had the entrepreneur spirit. However, fast forward to 4 years ago when we began this brand. I say we because my son is a very instrumental part of it.
When he says part owner, he means just that.
He means just that. Yeah, his name and his sister's name is on the paperwork as owners.
How old are y'all?
I'm 13 and my sister 14.
You're part owner of a company at 13?
Yeah.
Man, I give you props because my kids, I try to pass stuff down to my kids, but they want to do their own thing, and it just me seeing you taking after dad and taking over the business, it brings great inspiration to me, by you even doing that and stepping up to the plate because dad works hard and he want to bring something to his kids and pass it down, and I see you don't have a problem taking the torch.
Yeah, he does not have a problem with it. So 4 years ago when we began, just like any other day, his mom dropped him off at my house, or any other weekend. He came to my house, and it looked like he needed some product, some service to his. I need to be a father to him, and like, okay, I need to get you created. I wanted to create a toiletry bag for him, somewhere where he can travel from his mom's house to mine, and he have all these items in the bag. Yeah. So then when I thought about creating a bag for him, I was like, okay, we're gonna put your nickname on here. His name is Kingwani, just like mine. So they used to call me Wani back in the day. So quite naturally, he got the same name. He got the same nickname. So I was like, okay, let me put your nickname on the bag, and I'm gonna put King in front of it, just make it Kingwani, and I'm gonna put the African continent because that's where we was born and bred. That's where we was from. You know, that's where the original man was found. So Africa is near and dear to my heart, and so I placed it right there on the bag with him, with his name. And after I started, doing market research and getting all my products together, I noticed that,
did you have a marketing background before you started doing the research? This was all just...
Not at all.
All hard knocks, just the streets of...
No, not at all. I never had I think I had a marketing class in college. I think I dropped it, though, but no. No, I didn't. No, this was pretty much birthed out of necessity. It was inspired by this man right here, this young man right here. But the whole premise of it all was birthed out of necessity, That's an extremely long story, but I'll peel back the onion on that a little bit, But yeah, back with my mother, just watching her really put it in my head that I don't have to work for nobody. I can create my own.
So it was your mom. Your mom. What about your dad? Was he there? Early on.
Early on, but my biological father passed away.
Oh, sorry.
In 1988. Due to natural causes. You could put it that way. So that I had men in my life to pick and choose from, to gather inspiration from, and that's what I did. Whether good, bad, or indifferent, the men that was in my life, as a youngster, I took what I could take from them, and just formed my own, because most of the time I was just a loner. I stayed to myself a lot, growing up in Miami. I didn't feel like an outsider. I just stayed to myself, That's pretty much it. I just stayed to myself a lot. And that was when I stayed to myself. I grew up around a lot of older men,
Was that one of your whys, like why you do things, the passing of your dad? Did that give you like drive or inspiration to go harder with what you're doing now?
Yes.
For his sake?
Just to hear stories of what he meant to people and growing up, because I didn't grow up with him. All I know is the stories that people, his brothers and the sisters that, that grew up with him, and they told me how much of a great man he was. Okay. So, of course I could never measure up to him, what he meant to his family, but I know I can measure up what I mean to my son and my daughter.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What were you doing before you started Kingwani?
Okay, I'm doing what I do now. I work at. Can I say that name? Yeah, I guess. I'm the Dean of Student Services at Wayne County Community College District.
Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. How do you find time to be a dean of a school and run a business? Because that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, and I'm a father as well.
And a father as well.
How do I find time?
It's like Clark Kent by day, Superman by night.
Yeah, I work hard on my job, but I work harder on myself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I give 100% in everything I do. I don't slack off on nothing. So.
Do you put in the same amount of hours of your business that you do at the school, or more in yours?
Not at all. I put in more hours in my own thing than I do them. You know.
So how do we land on wave? How do we land on? We started with brushes, but you have more than you have a lot of items.
Yeah,
under the Kingwani wave brush umbrella.
Under the umbrella.
Under the entire umbrella. I know you got the wave cuts, but you started with the brushes. Why did you start with the brush? You said you was putting the...
Yeah, I was putting the bag. So what I wanted to go in the toiletry bag that I initially created in the beginning, I was saying, why would I sell an empty bag? I need to put items in this bag already. And why would I allow somebody to buy a bag from me and have to go to the dollar store or the beauty and barber supply store and place items in this bag? Why don't I just create the products? And I started creating like...
So how many products is it? It's the brush. I know there's the wave cap.
Brush, the Kingwani Wave Supreme, the all natural, all organic shea butter and jojoba oil. That's on the website, kingwani.com. Everything I mentioned is on the website as well. We have these brushes right here that are on kingwani.com.
Now, what's that one?
Now, this one right here, I know it looks, it's multicolored,
Actually looks really cool to me.
Yeah, is that the Supreme?
This is...
That looks like...
This is the medium. This is medium in the middle, soft on both sides. It's like a hybrid brush. Mm-hmm. So not only do you get the stronger medium bristles in the middle, but you get the softer ones on the side. So you're gonna have a pull and lay effect on your hair, and it's gonna help get that product that you have in your hair.
Did you come up with that concept yourself?
I didn't actually come up with this. It's been out, but it hasn't been pushed to the public like I have.
That natural curve that it has, it's almost. It's just like it fits your head.
It fits your hand and your head and your head. It's an amazing product. I use it every day. My beard as well as my hair, of course. Excuse me.
Now tell me about. Now I know we were talking. You were coming up here a while. You were telling us about the brush. Now this one I really like, and you said that you were gonna make the Raekwon Purple Tape brush.
Yeah,
and it just looks incredible.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
What was your inspiration? Like Raekwon, did you?
Well, I've always been a fan of Wu-Tang Clan.
Has he seen this?
And in particular, Raekwon. And I know Raekwon hasn't seen that brush, but I did meet Raekwon in Chicago, walking down Michigan Avenue, and I could not believe that I didn't have that product or any other product on me at the time. So
because this would have been perfect.
Yeah, you know what? And that's where I taught myself. That's where I taught myself one thing. I told myself one thing is that I would never ever be without product.
Yeah, I recently came across one of your page, and you actually ran into Dame Dash.
Yes.
You was locked and loaded for him because you had that wave brush on spot. And he liked the wave brush.
He said it would never happen again.
Yeah. So I ran into. I didn't run into him. This was planned.
Okay.
This was planned. I've heard, that he directed a movie in Detroit or about Detroit, and he was doing a black film. It was here doing a black film festival. So I took a opportunity and time, and just met up perfect. And I went out there with bags full of brushes, ready. And he came. We walked in the door to the theater, and he was signing autographs. He's signing several autographs, and I was just waiting my turn. I had my bag open, had my hand on the brush I was gonna give him.
He was ready.
And as soon as I was locked and loaded, and when I seen him and I shook his hand, hello, Mr. Dash, I seen you combing your hair. He had a comb out, and he just finished combing his beard. I was like, I have a brush for your beard. We ain't got to use that comb anymore. He said, let me see what you got. And I pulled the bag up. And
that was a nice intro.
Yeah,
that was good.
That's part of that guerrilla marketing.
That was good.
Yeah. Is that guerrilla?
That's guerrilla marketing, where you just go like, hey, he gonna be here, and I'm gonna be there too.
I'm gonna be there too.
I'm gonna show him what I got. Yeah,
and that's for the most of the success in Kingwani. My street sales, my I like to call it direct to customer sales. That's how I began. Just walking up to strangers on the street that had some hair. They had short hair and waves. That's how I would do.
Now you went from direct to customers. Now, tell me about your big accounts.
Big accounts. Oh yeah. So, not.
Don't be modest now. We know you getting money around here. Open the books up. Then Kingwani getting money.
I was going to ask you if he didn't. Come on, let him know.
Yeah. So just recently, we've have an account with the prison system in America to provide Kingwani wave brushes to inmates, who need our services. However, one little caveat to that is, majority of our brothers and sisters are locked up, in these walls, and we've made it a point to we are providing a brush. This is the actual brush that will be in the prison system. Be available for your loved ones that may be locked down. This particular brush right here, for every sale that we get, we got a portion of those funds coming back with. We have something in mind where we're going to help fight recidivism through programs that we've established with Kingwani Wave Brush.
Recidivism.
No, yeah, I'm sorry.
You big on words.
Nah. That's okay.
I knew it.
Well, hold on. Before you explain, Kingwani, I'm gonna give you a shot.
Oh no, I don't got that one.
You don't got that one?
No, I don't got that one.
What about you?
No, I don't got that one.
Okay.
Let me guess. Say that sentence one more time.
We're gonna help fight recidivism.
Okay. Now he said. Now does it mean, like when you get out of jail, going back?
Exactly.
See, I
Damn.
put that together.
Fearless.
Yeah. So so we understand that is a problem. We have more brothers incarcerated than we have in college. So that right there, and I have, I have brothers, I have siblings that are behind those walls. So I just want the public to know, everybody that's joining this podcast that, this is not about a dollar for us. This is a unique opportunity to present a unique product to the culture.
Right.
And that's the black culture. That's what I serve. And that's what I brought my son along for, man. He's been at so many different events with me. One in particular was we went to a barber competition in Atlanta, and man, listen, this guy he just he exceeded my expectations of him. With how he conducted himself in his business area. I left him alone, and I left him alone with $0 in his pocket. I came back to him 30 minutes later. He had $100 in his cash app and $200 in his pocket. So
there we go.
I was really excited. I was really pleased with him.
I know that got to feel good.
Oh, it definitely did.
It does, because when I had my son, one of my sons, he kind of like following Dad's footsteps in the entrepreneur, but he like, man, I'm nice. I ain't selling no T-shirts, but he got his own spray, so he has the entrepreneurship mindset, so which is cool too. So
yeah. I mean, my son, he may not sell wave brushes, but he gonna sell something.
And it's all about your son seeing you and watching you do your thing, you know, and knowing that stuff like this can be done.
And that's very important to me to show my son and my daughter that you don't have to create a resume and go beg for a job. You can have your own job right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can have your own right here. You're your own boss.
Right.
And I taught him You know, you never be broke as long as you got product.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I got a hot product for the streets.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
I got a hot product for the streets, and
So tell me, how much does this cost in the prison systems?
that is yet to be determined. That's going to be determined. I don't have that number yet, but it's going to be determined by the prison itself.
Okay, so y'all still under negotiations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how much is one on the website?
Those are not on the website.
No, not
Just
those
strictly
ones.
for the
Oh.
prisons.
Like these ones.
Oh, these right here. Oh,
Yeah.
these are $20 on the website and $15 for my direct to customer sales. So I'll catch you on the streets.
Okay, so if I see you, it's
It's on.
$15.
It's on. Yeah.
Now tell me, you started this brush thing what year?
That was 2019.
2000.
Actually, we just finished our fourth inaugural year back in June.
Mm-hmm.
June is when we began in 2019.
so that's through the pandemic and everything. You just
Oh, definitely.
and you still standing because a lot of things went down during the pandemic,
And a lot of things went up.
and
You know,
a lot of things went up.
a lot of things went up. You know, and Kingwani was one of them.
Tell me what's next for Kingwani. What's coming now? I know you do a lot of traveling.
Yes.
Do you take the brushes with you, or is it for business, or is it mostly just to see the world?
Right. So, like I just indicated, when I met Raekwon, and I didn't have any brushes on me at the time,
Never happen again.
it would never ever happen.
Never happen again.
I would rather have my brushes than clothes.
How many you taking through? How many you
Sometime.
taking through the airport?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
You know,
Yeah, don't you have like a whole suitcase like full of brushes? Don't you usually?
a whole.
So you
suitcase
have a
full of brushes.
suitcase and you bring another suitcase full
yeah.
of brushes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I know you got to pay.
Checking 2 bags.
I know you
I'm
got to pay
checking-
to check
I'm
that
checking
bag.
2 bags, but
Is the suitcase
I gotta-
empty when you come back?
I got a little secret what I use. I'm gonna let everybody know. No, I can't let everybody
Let me know because
Tell me.
I'm gonna tell y'all. So
pack up some product.
So, you got to have a media pass. Act like you're media, and you get a discounted bag with any airline.
Cause you gotta have your.
You got a media pass.
CNN.
Yeah, you got to have a media pass, and you get like almost half off your bags.
Oh, okay.
Another one.
All right.
Yes.
Game givers.
Game givers.
Game
Yeah,
givers.
that's on any airline. So that's sometimes I got to take the Spirit, but most of the time is try to do Delta. 'Cause I get a better bag rate. Delta, but yeah, if we do a lot of traveling, whether it be by car,
What's the furthest you've gone?
the furthest I've gone, 13 hours away in United Emirates, Dubai. I was in Dubai back in March, and of course, I brought.
Of course, because it'll never.
It would never. Yes,
It
I
will
would never
never
go without these.
happen again.
These pretty little things would never be without me.
How'd they do in
know?
Dubai?
They do pretty well. What I noticed in Dubai was a lot of people travel to Dubai. A lot of Africans travel to Dubai to go shop
Okay.
because they don't get the same things that Dubai has or the other world. People around the world has. And I walked in a couple of beauty and barber supply stores over in Dubai, and what I noticed is they didn't. They had brushes, but they didn't have Kingwani. So, I definitely gave a few beauty and barber supply stores my card, and we've been talking since that trip,
Now you said that your mom owned the beauty supply or a barber store, right?
Yeah.
And you've seen these coming up. What's the biggest difference between, or is there a difference between ones that's overseas and ones this here?
Oh no, yeah. So
Because it's a whole nother lifestyle.
exactly, and the ones that I've seen, because I've tried all the brushes. I've been brushing my hair with a Diane brush, or
Which most people swear by.
for 40 years.
Most people swear by.
Yeah.
Those
Diane.
brushes was out like
A Diane.
Right. I mean, the Diane. That's what my mother had in her store. And
it's that boar bristle, right?
yeah.
Is
And then
that
when I
same thing.
Same thing. And when I found out after doing my research with Diane is that they use 60% boar bristle, and it's 40% boar bristle and 60% nylon and plastic. Now that nylon and plastic over time is going to create split ends, and it's going to create the hairline, receding hairline over time. So that's why I use a 100% boar bristle, and it will not deteriorate your line. Us as black men.
That's why I need to buy a Kingwani brush.
Exactly.
Boar bristle is going to cost you more though.
Boar bristle, it can and it does, but the Kingwani brand is not just about. It's just not about the brush. It's about us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the boar bristle itself, the 100% boar bristle is what we need for our hair. It won't deteriorate your hairline or chip at your edges. If you're a woman, got the edges, keep the edges together. So,
all right, Kingwani, I'm going to ask you a tough question. Yeah. It's going to be really tough, right? So, a young man like yourself, with your hairstyle, how do you sell this brush to another young man that looks like you and wears his hair like you?
So if they ever decide to cut their hair, because like a lot of people, they decide to cut their hair.
Would you ever cut yours?
I did. I had waves for like a couple years.
You sure did.
I just decided to grow it out because I wanted to try something new. But like I still use all the other stuff we do, like the gel. I still put that in my hair. Mm-hmm. Like I use every other product, like the do-rag. Mm-hmm. Like when I go to sleep with my product in my hair.
That's right.
Yeah, I do that too. So it's not just the wave brushes. It's other stuff too that's important too.
Like you need it on the sides too, right? Yeah. You got to get them sides right in that back right.
And when I go to the barber I go to with my dad, he used the brush too. Mm-hmm. So like he'll always brush my hair with the brush that our brushes.
That's right. We ain't brushing our hair with no other brush.
Or you have the barber brush the hair with.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's what I'm talking about. And one thing that's one key element of the business is
you live it. When
I travel to these different areas of the United States, I always go to the barbershop in the hood. And went to Inglewood, the first barbershop I saw when I went to Cali. I got them on the Kingwanis, and they order from me quite a bit. One barbershop in particular on Fairfax in L.A., Southern California, All Stars Barbershop. Shout out to All Stars Barbershop in Fairfax. They have the Kingwani wave brushes, as well as Las Vegas. You find them in Las Vegas, New York, Miami, Texas. Barbados, yeah. So
wow, you all over.
Yeah, I linked with a YouTuber from Barbados, and I sent him a couple of products, and we do business that way, and also have brushes in Canada. Oh yeah, Windsor, Canada. Yeah, we banging.
So I want to ask you, a place like King pursued this for a long time, got its juice from word of mouth. The community. Everyone know to come here because someone else told them, to come here. Eventually, we started getting more into social media and things like that. My question to you is, as someone who's done well with guerrilla marketing, I do know that you have some social media presence with your YouTube video and things like that and your website. Which one would you say has a bigger impact? The guerrilla marketing or the social media marketing, or would you say that there has to be both?
Okay, now I haven't had a class, in marketing that I stayed in. So, could you explain to me what guerrilla marketing is?
Guerrilla marketing is a term that I just came up with.
So, what you've been doing is going door to door, showing your product.
Guerrilla.
Yeah,
guerrilla marketing.
What you've been doing? You take your product to the consumer.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what they want.
You encourage.
I put it to them. Till I give it to them. They don't.
So you would say the door to door or the hand to hand.
Yeah, hand to hand. The direct to customer sales.
What made you get the website, or when did you decide that it was time to have some social presence?
From jump.
From jump,
I I knew I needed to have social media presence.
And which one does more numbers for you?
I would say Instagram. I'm on Instagram very, very heavy.
No. Between social media and door-to-door campaign,
yeah.
which one has more?
Okay. On my website, you said, so the website.
The website does more?
No, I said in my direct-to-customer sales, hand-to-hand.
Definitely does custom sales.
Yeah, that does.
So, who packs? Do you ship and pack all of your brushes yourself?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We pack all of these.
So when you get an order, you pack them out and shoot them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I pack. We do everything in house. We do everything in house, and I have a home office until we get a bigger office.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything is done in house, and we pride ourselves on doing everything in house, and there's no middleman. So we are faster. I'm staying by this. We are faster than Amazon. We can get your brushes. You buy your brushes on Kingwani.com.
Strongest and fastest.
Listen, you get your brushes quick, fast. If you are anywhere in the contiguous United States, meaning the states that connect, or you can get it in within 4 days.
Have you ever thought about adding anything other than a brush to your hairline? Because you got the African. And I was just thinking in my head, I'm always thinking of different, stuff, even for you,
Yeah.
What about, those foam type deals? Would you ever add that onto your product line, or?
We thought of something like that, but there's a lot of.
I don't need no cutoff of
no,
it.
not
Just
at all.
Give me
a
couple dollars.
We thought about that, but we want to stay true to the wave culture.
To the wave culture.
To the wave culture.
Has that changed a lot since people are starting to wear their hair different, or have you seen?
Yeah, I noticed a lot of young men are growing their hair out, like my son here. Actually, myself, I don't like low haircuts. I'd rather have my hair grow my hair out.
But you got to stay true to the game.
Definitely.
You can't come selling no brushes. You ain't
Well, for 3 years, people would tell me how you selling me a wave brush and you ain't got no waves. I would always, rebuttal was that person that's selling you the aspirin ain't necessarily got a headache.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But yeah, we've definitely. I want to stay. Like I said, we pretty much a small. We're brand new. 4 years in, small business. But we shouldn't be judged by our size, but rather our our love and support that we have for our community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We've 4 years. I know a lot of grand opening, grand closing, a lot of business start and stop. Within a year's time. So I'm grateful to God. That we've been able to sustain ourselves through the pandemic. Through the pandemic.
Yeah, you made it through that.
Yeah,
that says a lot.
Yeah, just the endurance, the testicular fortitude. I just through this. I've been growing. I didn't go through anything. I grew through a lot of things, a lot of adversities. To start this business. And and I just didn't want to let my kids see that. That I was going through something. But I'm a man. I'm a black man, and whatever issues I created, I created a way out. And that's the birth of Kingwani. Through the inspiration of my children is why I started, and their inspiration is keeping me going.
Peel back that onion.
Peel back that onion.
Peel back that onion.
Yeah, the layers. It gets deeper. But yeah, it's definitely. It definitely makes me feel. Just exceeded my own expectations with this.
No, you're definitely pushing for it. And everyone can see it too. Whenever you come back in here, you have a new product. Yeah. Whenever you come back in here, you need a different T-shirt. You need a new color. Yeah. You're not complacent. You're definitely trying to push it forward. But I do want to ask Kingwani too. a question, because it's got to be interesting seeing. I know you Superman, Clark Kent by day, Superman by night, but you got to be Superboy, because I know you in school as well, and I know you're also helping out with the business. Are those nights long for you too? Sometimes, how are you balancing that at such a young age? Because that's incredible.
Well, yeah. So, like I usually sell most of my brushes when I'm with him, like at barber events and like hair product events or black-owned events. But the kids at my school, they don't really look like me like that. So like I can't. And the ones that do, like they don't have the hair that look like they could have waves. So it's kind of like setback for me right there. So like I can't really sell like at school. But next time I go to my barber, the barber I've been going to with my mom, I'm gonna definitely bring up some brushes. So like I was planning on it next time I go. I was gonna get some product from him, and I was gonna go to my barber and do that.
Yeah, so you got the hustling ambition too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
you got to come out with some moose or something.
You know what? I think it's time for me to tell you something that got him really started, but he didn't really know what happened. Okay, so I kept this from him, but it's what gave him confidence. So this was years ago. I think we kind of first started. I took my kids to Cold Stone Creamery, and there was a line of black folks in the line, and we was in there first, so we got our ice cream first, and we got out the car. We got out the building, went to the car, and then I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for my son. So I walked back in there with my daughter, just me and her, and you didn't notice, but I gave 2 people in there $20 a piece, and I explained to them. I gave them my card. I was like, listen, me and my kids, we have this business. We have a wave brush business, and I'm gonna send my son in here. Just go ahead and buy some items from him, just to, encourage him, And I went back to the car. I said, son, there's some people in there. Just take your bag full of brushes in there with your cards and see what you can do. Now remember, I gave the people $40
each.
Yep. No, $20 a piece. I'm sorry. $20 a piece. And when he walked in the store and he came back to the car, he had $100 in his pocket.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
When he came back with so much enthusiasm. Mm-hmm. He came back with so much vigor. He's like, Dad, I just made $100.
And it was from that day.
From that
day.
Yeah. He didn't know
to
that.
To this day.
How you think? See, that's what I did. I did that for you.
We made $60 extra too. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all good, man.
Wani, that's fire, man. Seriously. Not just with your business, but the family motivation that you put behind it. For being a positive role model in your kids' lives and making sure that they have something going forward and putting that drive in them. Mm-hmm. Really, you gave us a lot of props earlier, but I got to give you yours on that. That's pretty fire. I need you to let everyone know how they can get in touch with you and how they can be a part of Kingwani and how they can order product.
Sure. You can order Kingwani at kingwani.com. We have all the brushes are in stock. We can also be located on social media at Kingwani Wave Brush on Instagram. And while you're at it, just type in Kingwani Wave Brush on YouTube and see all the content that we have. We will be starting a podcast and soon as well, the Kingwani podcast or just the streaming. We're gonna be doing some streaming, so we definitely have some new exciting things coming up. And we just over my birthday was Monday, June 26th. I just turned 45, and I kind of forego going out or going to. I was going to Florida or something for my birthday, but a ecosystem conference opened up in Windsor, Canada. So I said, you know what, this is business over pleasure. So I'm gonna go to this conference, and it just opened up a different, even though it's across the water from Detroit. It was just a brilliant conference to be at. The whole premise of the conference was to bridge the gap between the trade between the Africa continent and the Caribbean. And and I met some amazing individuals that's going to assist me to 10x this Kingwani brand. One in particular was the prison system over there in Canada. I met a unique individual by Mr. Farley Flex over there in Canada. He's very instrumental in the prison system with the youth over there, and so we're gonna try to get some brushes in that system as well. To let our brothers and sisters know, Kingwani, in the African continent, we want to. This continent on this brush is just not a continent and just the name Kingwani. I just want to symbolize, the stolen strength that we endure, that, you can look at this and just feel motivated, of where you came from. That's what we're trying to invoke in everybody. It's more than the brush for me.
It's more than the brush.
Oh, it's more than the brush.
It's more than the brush.
But it's more than the brush. But I know everybody in the world at some point in their life brush their hair. And one thing that I didn't say is that black men and a black son, one of the most important things is a father passed down grooming techniques to his son. Brushing his hair, his teeth, keeping his face up. You know what I mean? That's the importance. That's the connection that we doing here. That's what makes it more than just a brush.
Did you go through that thing with seeing your son? I don't know. Maybe it became a style later, but like younger kids will have their hair, all messed up, like and you as a dad, like, hey, you need to comb your hair or groom your hair. Did you go through that?
Oh, I went through that.
You did?
Yeah, I went through that.
And now you want to get your hair. You want to look like that. You want to grow your hair out.
I want to grow my hair out again. But I'm a,
But it goes back to like the way we like naturally wore our hair. Exactly. So that wasn't all that bad. So
yeah, I mean, it looks good. It's natural, whatever way it is. Waves is natural. Yeah. Waves ain't nothing but brush curls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you still need to brush for the beard.
You need to brush for the beard. We got that. I use this every day on my beard. If it's good.
Even this one that's going into prisons feel good.
Yeah, if it's good enough for Dame Dash, 50 Cent, and countless of other stars. But it's not even about name dropping stars. I mean, it's about the tens of thousands of people that already have a Kingwani wave brush. Those are the people that keep me motivated. To keep me motivated, to keep me going. When I'm in California, I'm always, seeing somebody that has a Kingwani wave brush. I was in Florida.
That's lit.
Somebody came, I was doing my thing in Florida, and they was like, oh man, I already have a brush. Remember you sold me this last year, and that lets you know how much, we travel around the country, promoting this brand. And sometimes, it gets rough. I can't afford to, but sometimes I can't afford not to.
And counting. Do you know how many brushes have you sold to this day?
Over 50,000. Yeah.
50,000 brushes.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Over 50,000, yeah.
Listen, King Wani and Prince Wani, I really appreciate you having us.
Oh, man, I'm just not getting warmed up, man.
I really appreciate you.
I'm just not getting warmed up. What
really
time is it
appreciate you being here, man. No, seriously, I want you to, you got to keep pushing with this, man. I'm so excited to see where you go. I'm so excited to see what you have around the corner for this.
Oh, yeah.
I am happy to have been a part of watching you.
Yeah, and hopefully we by doing this podcast, we got a little closer.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Definitely.
A part of the story. You know what I mean? And the part of the other story is going to be after hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna bring you back 5 years from now and say, look at this now. Look where he done took this.
For sure. And it's still going to be the brush. And it's still going to be Kingwani.
Still going to be Kingwani. And Kingwani. Thank you, guys.
Still going to be Kingwani. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
You are listening to CYPT Podcast. You are listening to CYPT Podcast. You are listening to CYPT Podcast. CYPT Podcast. CYPT Podcast.